What's going on, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. In today's video, I want to cover two scenarios that I think are going to develop and how you can trade them on Bitcoin here as we sit at approximately 63.40. All right, so let's get to it.
Trade Genius.
Okay, so basically, we first of all, we're oversold, right? I don't think anybody's going to argue that. And we're in our lower part of our linear regression channel. Now, this is a daily chart. And one thing I wanted to show you guys was that we have this oscillator we have, and every time it gets below 40 is generally very bullish. And as you see on this last dip, crossed over the 40 and rounded out. And so what I'm looking at is also a repeat of that, but you'll also notice that it happened here too on our last bottom. So this wave down looks to be getting close technically to a spot where it will put in a local low and then make another wave up. Now, obviously, we're really not going to be putting in a bottom unless we start doing something that fundamentally changes the price structure. So for one thing, this trend line needs to be broken. And currently, we're looking at a level of about 8,600 for that. And then the other thing is that the bottom side of this pennant, now we broke down out of this pennant, right? So basically this bottom side of this pennant, that's going to be the first area of resistance. And so that's going to be around that 7,200 area. So, when a bottom happens in Bitcoin, we like the easiest ones for me are when you get like this capitulation low. So you noticed back in February when we finally had a low put in down here. This is down at that 6K low, which we're flirting with now. But you notice the volume was very high and you had a nice wick on the daily candle, and then that sustained a bounce up to about 12K. The other type of bottoms, you'll get a rounded bottoms. You don't really see a capitulation per se. It's just that the equilibrium changes and you have more buyers and sellers, and it goes up to a technical level. And on this particular case, we went up to the underside of the 200-day moving average, couldn't punch through it, tried twice, and the double failure ended up stopping out and market structure changed to bearish move down. So in this scenario, we were still building the consolidation structure here. Now in this scenario, we've broken down below that. So the technical level is not going to be the 200-day right now. It's going to be this bottom side of this pennant. And then if we make it back inside the pennant and clearing these moving averages that price tends to react to, would be ultimately this 8,700. Now, we break this 8,700, that's probably going to make the probabilities of this being the low and us drifting higher goes up big time. And we're probably looking at an analog of the 2014, 2015 cycle where you have a blow off top. And this is pretty par for the course for Bitcoin. It's had many, many blow off tops. Then you go into a period of consolidation and you go into a period of where people get depressed. There's a lot of despair. It's going to zero, nuclear winter. Miners are going to stop mining. It's not profitable. I mean, it's the same thing over and over. It all eventually goes away. Mining is a self-correcting problem. If miners aren't profitable, they'll start unplugging machines, and then what happens is the mining difficulty drops, and then it becomes profitable. So, that don't play into that line of thinking where it's all going to fall apart. This happens every cycle after every post blow off. It's just not the way it works with Bitcoin. So this stuff will normalize, will settle, will level off, and then we'll start going up. This is just the nature of the beast with this thing. So don't lose sight of the big picture. Don't lose sight of the market structure. So that's what we're looking at, guys. If this spikes down, so basically getting back to what we're going to see here, scenario one would be that we consolidate like we did here, and basically the oscillator is going to be well under the 40 like I like to see it, and then that's going to give us a pot. If we break the consolidation, we move higher. It is possible to see one more thrust down, I think, and that's going to take us into the 5,800 to 6K level, which is basically a technical support level. And then I think we have a good opportunity to bounce from that. So just wanted to show you guys some of the things behind the scenes that we keep an eye on, and this oscillator is one of them. And I think that if you're short, then this has been a good move down for you, but you also need to start getting defensive because with the short interest that's open that we talked about yesterday, you will have a run on stops in a short squeeze. So all right guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.